Welcome everybody, it's tractorchute here. We're going to get into the Friday challenge now that we are done the speed games of the week for the sub challenge. It is the man playing in the lower middle portion of the map of Cassius. He'll be playing as the Red Zerg, and he's polite. Good luck, have fun. In the upper middle of the map here, it is the submitter of the game. It is VIDDY. As you can see, he did follow the rules so far, which is send 3 of your workers out right off the bat. Don't use them for anything, mining, repairing, or building. Just use them for scouting. That's your first job to handicap yourself, and then build only air units. Should be a doozer. VIDDY, if you recall, did get 3rd place in the quickest game of actual games outside of the, of course, worker rush. So, we'll see how he does in this one here. Should be a half-decent game. Taking a look at the APM tab, it is 21-17. Both these guys are Silver League players. And we'll let you know after this. We do have one more game, only 2 submissions this week. Not too surprised. It was a pretty tough challenge, I will say that much, especially handicapping yourself off the very beginning. And I will be completely honest with you, if you want to know, the man that came up with this challenge is the man you're looking at right here. VIDDY emailed it to me, and I said that sounds perfect. It was actually 2 separate challenges. He wanted the handicap one or the air one, but I combined them both as I wanted to do a really hard one. So he is the man that did come up with this, so you can give him all the credit for it. I'm going to be playing a little bit of NHL 14 after I've done my casting today. I'm very excited to be getting on. I'm going to get on to some EASHL. I bought the game probably about 5 days after it came out, I guess, last Friday, 2 Fridays ago. I don't really remember, but I am enjoying the game very much. I love my sports games. It's all I really buy, in all honesty, for my PS3. I play on PlayStation 3. Don't know if I'm going to get the PS4 right away. We'll find out, though. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, yeah, I buy Madden every year usually, or hockey, or both. It really depends. I didn't get Madden this year. I got Madden last year. I didn't think there was enough changes this year to make it worth it for me. Not that we don't really have any sports fans. At least nobody comments sports on the Facebook fan page. If you like sports, post there. I'll chat up some sports with you. That's all I really watch. I watch basically every normal sport: baseball, hockey, football. Starting at the top, I'd probably say I'm a hockey fan, then football fan. Both of them are fairly even. Then baseball after that there. Teams are Boston Red Sox, Dallas Cowboys. I like Tennessee Titans as well. I kind of have 2 football teams. And then I'm a big Colorado Avalanche fan. Used to be a Montreal fan back in the day. I'm a huge Patrick Waugh fan, being the reason. But I used to watch when they had Guy Carbonneau, Vincent Damphousse played for him for a while there. Kirk Mahler was over there for a while. Really enjoyed the team there. Watched them way back in the early 90s. Really enjoyed them. Patrick got pissed at the coach, if anybody knows hockey there, and ended up going over to Colorado in 96, winning himself a cup, winning another one in, I believe it was 2001. So yeah, did fairly decent. But back to the game here. We do have our good man of Cassius. He's building himself double gas early. Wowzer. And he's getting himself a metabolic boost, so we'll be looking to get some dogs on the map here fairly quick. Doesn't have any as of yet, but does have his hatchery down, so has the expansion out. In the meantime, VIDDY here, obviously, he's going to have to get that one gateway down just so he can start building his starports. And his chrono boosting out the probes. Remember, this is an air-only build, so that's all he can really build. Can't build any ground units at all. So won't need warp gate technology. Really does need the cyber core. I do believe you get the Stargate, though. So that will come down as well. Spawning pool will slowly finish up for his opponent here. We can probably speed this up, as nothing's really going to happen right off the bat here, especially since his opponent doesn't have any units, and we do know that VIDDY is going right to air, so we'll take him a little while to get there. So we'll rock this at 2 times for a little bit. Why not here? He does have his 1 standing probe here. Like I say, you can use them for scouting your first 3 workers. Just don't use them for anything useful, that's all, and that's exactly what VIDDY has done. So he has followed the rules. He did make the challenge, so I would expect I would expect just perfection out of him here. So he's going to work there. Does have himself on 3 gas. Needs to get that other simulator up pretty quick, because he is going to need a fair bit of gas for this build here. Cyber core is finishing up, and then we should see some starports once he gets that mineral count up there. In the meantime, his opponent is still continuing to macro up here. Doesn't have any dogs on the map. Has metabolic boost before he gets the dog. That's very odd, but either way, to each their own. I'm not entirely sure what the build order he had planned out here, but it works for him, I guess. Does have the 1 queen out there. I would imagine the queen's going to look to creep spread or just sit there for larva inject. We'll soon find out. Usually don't see creep spread all that heavily in the lower level leagues there, but he does have this. So he did put the creep tour down to connect the 2 bases, so very well done there. And there we go. Get a bunch more drone transfers there. Gets near a queen out. So looking pretty good so far. Wow, going mass queens. Holy Christ, we still got 3. Is that 4 queens altogether there? 5 queens altogether. Yes, so really going heavy on the queens. So maybe looking to heavily prove me wrong. Just as I say, you usually don't see a lot of creep spread in the lower level leagues, or at least that heavily. He's really going to heavy on the creep spread here. So if we take a look up here, it does look like we finally have the starport Oracle first. And we are going to get the second starport down. little bit surprising. Well, at the same time, it really doesn't matter. But Proxy Stargate's also another viable build. But he's not going to do so. He's going to build right back in his base here. So is he actually going to go with just oracles? Yes, he is. So he's going to get a second oracle out. Going to allow them to save up their energy. Maybe want to fly them down there just so they're ready to start attacking that mineral line. Or maybe just wants to wait for two of them to come out. It's going to be kind of tough for him due to the amount of queens on the map, though. These queens will really fend off the oracles quite well. Look at the creep spread. Looking pretty good here. Creep spread is making more. Creep spread looking pretty darn good. Got this one pretty much macroed up. Really going gas heavy, as you can see here. Had the two really early gas and also has a couple more. And has the Evo chambers out, so is going with the car pace, is going with the melee. Still does not have one dog on the map here. Oh, those dogs coming up now. Those are dogs. 30 dogs. I'm going to say that larva disappeared pretty darn quick, so he's going to get a ton of dogs on the map here. Oracles are out now. We do have 3 oracles. Wow, that's a lot of oracles. We can probably slow this down now, as it does look like we are getting ready to start some attacks here. Has both these oracles sitting right by that probe. Of course, the probe had the vision, knowing there's nothing around there, knowing that's a safe zone. That's exactly where he's going to plant them all here. Creep spread is still pushing his way out here. There's the dogs with the wings, got their metabolic boost. And we are going to get 3 oracles sitting down here. So now he's ready to go here. He's going to get around it. Wants to get right around the outside, right into the mineral line, and just go to work. Doesn't have anything over here to protect this. Is going with the Banelings. Is getting the Baneling upgrade as well here. So here we go. He's going to go to work, and he's going to melt these really quick. You're going to work on the Queen first. 3 oracles on the Queen, of course, melt that very, very quickly. Now he's going to melt a ton of probes here. Oh, wow, or a ton of drones, sorry. That's a lot of drones he ended up melting there. Now what's he going to do? Because oracles aren't going to take down the buildings by no means at any massive rate. There we are with the macro hatch as well. Stops a few drones with the dogs here. Going to go around to the expansion. Go to work on this. Spore crawlers, as you can see, are coming up here. I don't know why he doesn't bring all his queens back here. Just has the one. The one goes down right away here, and he's just going to melt away these drones here. He's in a lot of trouble there. Really needs to focus down these spore crawlers, I would have to imagine. But look at that, leaving him with no workers. He's kind of going for an all-in now because he doesn't really have any mining, but he does have a lot of money left, so he could look to maybe rebuild another hatchery somewhere else if he really needs to. Or try and drone up once he gets those spore crawlers down there. Just start droning up at the natural. So he's going to try and get in here. It is fully walled off. Has a couple cannons. Has a void ray. Very smartly done by getting the void ray. But at the same time, is it going to be enough? That's a lot of dogs coming in here. But of course, the Stargate will guard that as well. And once he gets it, oh no, it doesn't. There's enough room for them to get through. He's getting a second void ray out. That other cannon's going to work on him here. Here comes the second one. Needs to chrono boost it out realistically to get it out a little bit quicker, but he's not doing so. That's quite fine. He's going to get the second one out. These dogs are going to start melting. Has another cannon in the back. 2 more cannons. Lots of cannons over here. Opponent's not doing anything. He's not building anything. He's going to be in a lot of trouble here. These dogs are going to go down really quickly to these 2 void rays here. There's the other void ray going to work on the ones on the cyber core. Does end up finishing off those dogs, no problem here. Only got 2 dogs left. Let him attack the cyber core for some reason here. Doesn't want to attack them. I must be paying attention somewhere else on the map here. Or no, he's flown the oracles right out of here. What is he paying attention to? Let those dogs go. There we go. Takes them out here. Now the opponent's in a lot of trouble. Opponent has himself 26 drones still though, so he's doing pretty good. Gets the oracles over there one more time. Not entirely sure why he's not using the queens. He didn't spore crawler up the main, so he's going to lose all those drones. Down here, he does have the spore crawlers up, so there's nothing he can really do there with the queens there. So could look to rebuild on that base. Needs to get those void rays down at the other end of the map. Have they moved? No, they're not. They're staying in the base here, so we'll need to get them moving. As the oracle's working on the layer here, but of course they are running out of energy, so they're going to run out of that firepower pretty darn quick here. So we'll need to get his void ray count up so we can get them down the other end of the map, see what kind of damage he can do. Has himself up to 4 voids. That's quite a few voids he's got going here. Continuing the mine, got himself drone back up a little bit at least here, so he's got a little bit of money coming in. Needs a little bit more on that gas count here. Chrono boosting out the probes a little bit quicker here. He's got a little bit of energy. There's the queens finally coming over to protect this here, which will allow him to start macroing up back at the main one more time here. So it does look like the void rays are finally coming down the other end of the map. They should be able to help out. Once he gets those oracles back up the energy, they will be very helpful with the void ray army. And he is ready to go here, so he's just going to move right back in the base here. And now that he's got the voids out, he should be able to deal with these queens a little bit easier. He's going to move the oracles right to the middle line. Oh, he's on the move command. Not very smart. Losing a lot of unneeded hit points here. There, he finally turns on him here. So now he's going to go to work. He's going to try and do his best to take him down here. Does get his prismatic alignment out. So he is going to continue to work on these queens here. Should be able to kill all 3 of them off quite easily here. That's exactly what he's going to do. Opponent's in a lot of trouble at this point here. Don't think he's going to come out of this one. And there goes the last one. There does have himself 0 queens now. Just got a few dogs on the map, and those dogs won't be able to do a heck of a lot. Does take out the rest of the workers. Their workers will have to force off the line, so gets rid of all of them. And needs to start working on the production buildings quite fine. Honestly here would probably be his best move. Is going to work on the overlords. Not too sure why there. Now he's focusing down the Evo chambers. A little bit odd his selection of buildings that he's attacking here, but either way he's going to wear his opponent out here. Now he's going to work on that layer. He's going to continue to do some damage here. See whether or not you can do it. Opponent is doing fairly good at the natural, though. He's got a lot of workers. Has a macro hatch, which is very smart. Very well done there. Now the opponent, I'm not too sure what his plan is here. He's moving a few drones out, so maybe looking to go build some hatcheries here. Maybe expand over here, so he's right beside VIDDY's base here and can at least kill him a little bit faster, at least get the units over there a little bit quicker. Still got the Void Rays attacking the Overlords here. Really needs to go to work maybe on the production buildings now. Maybe take the spawning pool out. There's a couple more queens. Oracles need to get out of there. Get them back to the Void Rays here. So now he's got them all combined one more time. He is actually going to retreat. Leaves the 2 Voids there. They'll take out these queens, I do believe. Don't think queens can take out 2 Voids. Bring the Oracles back over there. Queens are still going to work. There's 1 queen down. 1 queen left over here. Does have 3 queens altogether. And we'll take out that one with the prismatic alignment and might lose a Void in the meantime. No, does not lose that Void. Very well done. We'll take out that evil chamber. Continuing to go to work on his opponent here. Now he's going to go down here to the natural. Of course, he's got a lot of those spore crawlers down here. Doesn't have much energy left on the oracles, so they can't really help him out too much. So he will continue to go to work here. We'll get rid of one of the 2 remaining queens here. And now he's only got 1 queen left, but has a lot of spore crawlers. Trying to go to work on the macro hatch. I wouldn't mind seeing him try to take out, well, I guess spawning pool doesn't really help. Coward for building Voids. Don't know why he said that. I thought that was a pretty good build, my good man. How exactly? I would question him. Let's see what his answer is. Cassius, what do you have to say to that, son? It's like an interview for you, buddy. How is that being cowardly by building Void Rays? Needs to get out of there. Those spore crawlers will melt his Voids very, very quickly. So he will go to work on the macro hatch. And does he have anything else? Just the 2 Voids. Wow. A little bit surprised he's not pumping out more. Oh, you build units that don't require skill to use. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't know. I think they did a little bit. Oh, just move. Okay. Apparently you just need to move with the Void Rays. Fair enough. So VIDDY will try and stay out of range of those good old spore crawlers, which is very smart. Now we'll go to work on this hatchery here. And that should pretty much wrap this up here. Just a move. Just a move. Okay, fair enough there, Cassius. Everybody's got their own opinion. A lot of people don't like people that build Voids. I love people that build Voids. They entertain me very, very much. And once we take out this, it does look like he will leave the game in anger. So I will give you my congrats, VIDDY. My condolences to you, Cassius. Leaving you with this. If it's a black tin can you got, the red one's coming soon because snow's hitting the ground. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.